I-Fi woke up that morning filled with excitement. The realization that her plans were gradually falling into place made her heart rise with joy. She called out to her husband, "Austin, it's time to have your morning shower." Austin, who was sitting in the living room reading his newspaper, quickly stood up and went to have his bath. As I-Fi scrubbed his body with her gentle hands, tears streamed down her face. Painful memories from 5 years ago began replaying in her head. I-Fi and Austin's love story began during their university days. They met during their first lecture in the social sciences department, and from that day, their love blossomed like a well-tended garden in spring. They shared their dreams, and Austin promised to marry I-Fi immediately after graduation. But everything changed when Norma, Austin's mother, came into the picture. Norma was a strict and feared woman. Her words were final, and no one dared to question her, not even her husband, Mr. Peter, who suffered her wrath daily. Her only weakness was Austin, her only son, her pride and joy. I-Fi's troubles began the day Austin introduced her to his mother. "Don't worry, my mother is a lovely woman. Just do as she says and you'll have no issues with her," Austin reassured I-Fi, sensing her unease. I-Fi was an orphan who had struggled all her life. After her mother's death, her father remarried, and her stepmother made life unbearable. Her father almost sold her off to an old man as his 50th wife. That was the day she ran away and never looked back. All I-Fi had ever wanted was a mother-in-law who would accept her as a daughter, but Norma was far from that. The first day at Austin's family house was an eye-opener. I-Fi witnessed Norma flogging a maid mercilessly. Her heart raced as she realized the kind of woman she was about to deal with. Norma welcomed her with a fake smile, but her next words shattered I-Fi's heart. "Austin, I thought you were bringing home your wife. Who is this skeleton?" Norma sneered. Austin tried to pacify the situation. "Mama, please, I-Fi is my wife-to-be. I love her." Norma laughed wickedly. "Well, if you insist. But before she becomes your wife, she must pass through the 7 rivers. If she fails, she will not marry my son." Norma never wanted her son to get married. She had formulated the 7 rivers to scare women away. I-Fi sat in tears, realizing that life had always been unfair to her. But she was determined not to let go of Austin. He was all she had. "Austin, promise me you will stand by me," she pleaded. "I promise, my love. I'll always be here for you," Austin assured her. Austin soon returned to the city, leaving I-Fi alone with his mother. Norma wasted no time. "Your first task begins today. You will be my laundry woman. Wash all my dirty clothes, including my underwear, and iron them properly," she ordered. I-Fi thought the task was simple, but Norma ensured she washed clothes 6 times a day. I-Fi's hands were sore and bleeding, yet Norma remained relentless. Whenever I-Fi complained, Norma would beat her mercilessly. Austin, when informed, would only say, "Endurance is key. Keep enduring for my sake." After enduring the first river, Norma devised a new plan. "I-Fi, I want to employ you. You will be molding blocks at my new shop's construction site. I want my son to marry a strong woman." "But Mama, that work is for men," Fi protested. "Oh, so you don't want to marry my son again?" Norma taunted. Fearing she would lose Austin, I-Fi agreed. She carried heavy blocks and endured exhaustion, pain, and tears. When that didn't break I-Fi, Norma took things further. She paid some of the male workers at the site to assault I-Fi and record it to send to Austin. But I-Fi managed to escape. 6 rivers down, and I-Fi still stood strong. But the final test was the most horrifying. That night, Norma sneaked into I-Fi's room. "I-Fi, I need you to satisfy my cravings. I need to be sure you are good at bedroom activities before you marry my son." Fi was horrified. "Mama, I don't understand. You heard me. Prove to me you are worthy of my son. I rebuke you. I will never do such a thing. If this means I won't marry Austin, then so be it. Get out of my room," Fi screamed. Norma smirked. "We shall see." The next morning, I-Fi packed her bags and left for the city to confront Austin. She narrated everything to him. Furious, Austin threatened to disown his mother. 2 months later, he married I-Fi despite Norma's disapproval. A new beginning, a dark turn. Austin and I-Fi started their married life peacefully, but I-Fi wasn't satisfied. She knew how manipulative Norma was and how much Austin listened to her. That night, as Norma faked tears to gain Austin's sympathy, I-Fi made a decision: she would take control. She vowed that from that day onward, Austin would serve her like a slave. She would ensure Norma never controlled their lives again. The next morning, she embarked on a journey that would change everything forever. I-Fi sought the help of a powerful spiritualist. She wanted assurance that Austin would never leave her and would always obey her. The spiritualist performed a binding ritual, ensuring Austin would only listen to I-Fi and be blind to his mother's manipulations. When I-Fi returned home, Austin became more devoted than ever. He ignored his mother's cries and focused solely on I-Fi. Norma, realizing she had lost her son completely, fell into deep depression. Months later, she packed her belongings and left, never to be seen again. I-Fi had finally won. But as she looked into Austin's eyes, she wondered, had she truly won, or had she just become another Norma? Discover the gripping tale: a determined young woman who fights against the ruthless control of her mother-in-law, Norma, to be with the love of her life, Austin. Faced with unimaginable trials, betrayal, and endurance, I-Fi must navigate the 7 rivers of hardship to prove her worth. But when she finally wins, has she truly gained happiness, or has she become what she feared most? A powerful story of love, resilience, and revenge. One that will keep you hooked until the very end.